Okay. Okay, so I am Megan Bell. I'm the operations manager of Intern Nebraska and Nebraska Tech Collaborative, powered by the Exarban Foundation. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about Intern. It's good that you took that poll, so I appreciate that. So we are an initiative that is synced with the Nebraska Department of Economic Development as well. And so as far as our side of everything, we do the events and coordinating of things, and then DED does all of the grant information. And any questions that are grant related, we refer you to the DED. So, but I will take all questions because we are in good contact with them in general. And most of the time I can answer majority of grant questions, but I'd like to refer you to Rose, the expert on that. So we're a $20 million collaborative effort between DED. We're connecting students and employers statewide and through reimbursements. So I'll tell you about that. So as of May, this needs to be updated because we just had another cycle end, and I'll kind of talk about the cycles that go on. But we just had another cycle end and more employers got awarded, which means there is more internship positions available now. But as of May, there is 915 internship positions created in total, which was over 1,000 students reached and over 100 businesses awarded. So this is where the cycles that I'm talking about happen right here. So there's different cycle dates where you can apply for the grant. So this is a grant opportunity. It's up to $7,500 reimbursement per internship. So that is per student that you're going to have as an intern. And that's a 50% matching fund. So let's say you spend $6,000 on an intern, you would receive $3,000 back. The things that you can be eligible for reimbursements is wages paid to an intern, depending on how large your company is, tuition and training, internship housing, transportation, and any recruitment costs that you do as far as career fairs that you go to and whatnot. So we let's see, we're in a cycle right now. It ends August 31st. So the deadline for this cycle is August 31st, and that means your contract start date would be October to September. And then our next cycle begins on October 1st and will end November 30th, and then we redo the cycles again. So this is where I was mentioning if you were eligible for that wages paid to an intern. So if you're an employer less than 150, that is the only difference between the two groups here. Less than 150, you will get wages paid to an intern. That goes towards your reimbursement. If you're more than 150 employers, then that's the only thing that's not going to be eligible for the reimbursement. But everything else is the same: tuition and training, internship recruitments, housing, and transportation. And they bumped that as far as April 2nd. It was 50 employers, so that was good. This just goes into more details. And again, I will send this slide deck to the group as well, because you guys can refer back to this at any time. So who can I hire as an intern? So this is, you can do juniors and seniors in high school. They're eligible. And any student that is enrolled in a college institute, and any student, even if they're a junior and senior and they just graduated, up to 12 months of that graduation as well. So if they decide not to go that traditional route of college, you can still hire them on as an intern if they're 12 months post-graduation. And if they go the traditional route into college, you can hire them on as an intern, and then 12 months post-college graduation as well. And this can be young students, adult learners, anybody that is enrolled in a college institute. So we really like to have the intern focused on project work, background work, and unexpected work. So anything that you're doing in your current role, we really highly encourage them getting that experience and not making sure that they're just not making copies and making it a really beneficial internship for them. And I'm going to kind of show you this side of things in a little bit, but here's our website simplicity. And when you apply for the grant, this is a mandatory thing as your application. You're going to put your job description, salary, where you're located. Everything is going to go on the Simplicity website. You can also look at students on the Simplicity website and reach out to them. Students can also have a profile and search for jobs and apply for the internships that way. Here are the partners that we partner with. So all chambers throughout Nebraska. And then we're also partnering with multiple colleges throughout Nebraska as well. So there's kind of three parts to Intern Nebraska. We focus on the educator or the business professionals, the students, and the educators. And so we've been working with educators on just spreading the message, shaping the future for those students, and getting them prepared. So we have two main events that we host, and one of them is a speed networking event. We do it with educators and business leaders, but we also have started doing it with students and business leaders as well. And this is just kind of like speed dating, where you get to know the companies get to know the student or the educators, and then they take that information and learn more about the company later on, meet with each other via Zoom, however they want to connect after that. It just kind of gets your company out there, students aware of different positions other than the ones that they may already know. And then we have an event called the H3 Industry Panel Discussion for students. So right now we have one in September for PKFEA, the Peter Kiewit Foundation of Engineering Students, and we are having a panel of engineers, and the students are then in the audience, and we are just asking questions to the panelists about their engineering experience, and then the students can also ask them questions as well. So we've also done different types of panel discussions where it veers towards certain students and their degrees, or we just have an overall, every panelist is from a different field and we have a panel discussion that way. So I'm going to show you our website. So here is where the employers can go in here, read all about that, but I want to show you how it works here. This is kind of the best page, I would think anyways, but we have guidelines here, and this answers a lot of questions. But it just goes through eligibility, grant amounts, the use of funds, application forms, contract timeframes, everything like that. So this is a really good resource to look at. Step 2, for the application, here's a reference of the application. So right here where here's the application for reference, you can click that, and it just shows you screenshots of the application so you know what you're about to answer throughout this whole thing. You can't fill this in, but it's at least there for you to look at and get an idea, plan ahead on what you want to answer for those questions. So once you apply for the grant, they walk you through Simplicity, you put in your job description, and then you wait to be awarded. So those are those post approvals. And then once you're awarded, that's whenever you hire. Well, you can actually hire your intern as soon as you apply for the grant. And what's the other thing I wanted to walk you through? Okay, our events. So all of our upcoming events are located on our website. We have a lot of upcoming events throughout Nebraska. And that is it. Let's see. Let me go back here. Any questions?
So I've got, it says, it sounds great. So we wouldn't necessarily be an intern site, but I could see us connecting many of the eligible youth we serve to these opportunities. How would community organizations engage with Intern Nebraska to make connections between youth, students, and intern sites?
Yeah, so am I frozen? Sorry.
No.
Oh, I'm frozen on my end. So just even if you don't take in interns, you can go to these events, promote the events, let me know about Intern Nebraska. We have plenty of resources out there that you can share. If you follow us on social media, we are sharing a lot of not just our events, but community events, letting just students know that there's a lot of opportunities out there.
Anyone else with questions? Sometimes they take a minute or two to come in.
You're fine.
Is there a place for people that maybe are looking for internships? Can they also go out there and see ones with approvals then?
Yes, so if you go onto that Simplicity website and register, and it's free, it's completely free website, and you can search down to your field, your location where you want to be in. But yes, you can definitely search for any internship on there.
Okay.
And a lot of those internships also are not just from awardees, they're across multiple platforms. So think of it as like a LinkedIn. They don't have to be an awardee to place their job descriptions on there.
Okay. Anyone else with questions? Quiet group today.
Mhm.
All right, I don't see anything else. Yeah, if you want to send me the PowerPoint, then I can share that. We record this and we put it on the Department of Labor YouTube page, and people that missed us can go back and watch it too.
Perfect. That sounds good. I will send you the slide deck and also some resources to send everybody.
Perfect. I have one more question on here. Do students get college credit?
No.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of, because they get paid for it. But I don't know, the company side of everything handles all of that internship. So I've never heard of a situation happen like that, but you can always ask Rose.
Okay. I just got excellent presentation, so.
Good, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining us today.
Thank you.